video, I wanted to deep dive into what personal style is and how it can help with sustainability and why trends are becoming less and less sustainable and how social media is affecting our version of trends and cycles through fashion.
Much of the 20th and early 21st centuries, a trend cycle would last about 20 to 30 years. But nowadays, with the invention of social media and the internet, the trend cycle has gotten a lot shorter. This is when we start seeing the rise of things like microtrends. How are microtrends created? I'm going to read this little excerpt from rapcompliance.org. Before the rise of TikTok and Instagram influencer culture, we looked to models, movies, celebrities, and fashion magazines to set the trends. This group of people was small, and our access to them was neatly curated. This ultimately limited our exposure to potential new trends and kept fashion cycles slower. However, with the rise of social media, celebrities now have a stronger hold on our culture because we have more access to them. And brands absolutely know this, which is why they hustle to get big celebrities like Kylie Jenner to wear their products.
Social media has affected our version of trends because we are starting to see more and more that the cycles of trends become quicker, and what we see as trendy also has changed even quicker as well.
Nowadays, rather than just showing up to a party wearing the latest trend, impressing our local community, we post a photo or video online. Because in today's world, anyone can become an influencer, and to be an influencer, you have to be ahead. But of course, everyone has the same idea, and everyone online is now posting the same dress. It's no longer cool, let's trash it. So obviously, if we're experiencing extremely short trend cycles, the buying to trashing pipeline increases in frequency.
It's obviously very on trend to be sustainable, to be, a lot of brands, you see like Gucci going like carbon neutral and stuff like that for all their shows, and I think it's something that I think we should push definitely as the young generation.
Even if the brand is sustainably making that clothing or ethically making that clothing, and I think that those are two different things, because to me, sustainably means that it's not really harming the environment, but ethically means that it's not only not harming the environment, but it's not harming the people who are participating in the entire production process of that clothing. So neither of those terms are regulated, so a brand can claim that something is sustainably made when they just made it out of cotton instead of polyester.
Sustainability is such a broad term, and I find it quite problematic. So I use recycled organic materials and I work with social projects, but people operate in different ways.
But speaking of price barrier, I think one of the biggest issues with fast fashion is that it leads to this societal devaluation of labor that goes into making clothes. The process itself, it's a lot of time and it's a lot of money. It takes weeks, sometimes months, to bring a product from production to our doorstep. Compare this with fast fashion. The lightning speed at which these companies operate at to get the $5 version of a Mugler bodysuit into our hands is crazy. According to this one article I read, Shein gets a product from drawing board to production to live online in as little as 3 days.
Just because it's trendy doesn't mean it won't always stay in your closet, and that's what I'm trying to get the point across. Cowboy boots, super trendy. I don't think they'll ever leave my wardrobe. The printed pants have honestly kind of been falling out of favor, but because the ones I got were all vintage, they still speak to me. They are so unique. Every time I look at them, I love them. I'm not sick of them. That's normally what happens with trends, is people just get sick of it. So if you're getting the trend, the fast fashion, Shein dupe trend that every single person and their mother has, you're gonna get sick of it. If you find something more unique to your personal style, it has the potential to stick in your wardrobe longer.
I found that it was also very hard for me to say no to things when I'm thrifting, and clothing is so much cheaper. So yes, you can definitely go into the thrift store and rock just about anything in there, but should you just buy everything in the thrift store? No, you shouldn't. That's why I say it's important to shop from one aesthetic, but when I say one aesthetic, I really just mean your home base. Your home base is just a style that you resonate with the most, one that you can see yourself wearing the most, and it's just easier to reference a fully established style than to be in the dark trying to figure out what represents you.
Finding your personal style is important not only to your mental health, getting ready in the morning, but also can be a huge part of being sustainable. This is because finding what you like and something that is going to last a long time in your closet because it's true to who you are will stay longer in your closet and also will cause you to shop less.
I learned to kind of get away from like super trend based fashion and like only buy the trends. I was kind of stuck, and I could definitely like see that. Cared a lot about what people thought. I feel like I cared a lot about my Instagram feed. I was all about the theme. My theme was like red and yellow colors, and I put like the same visco edit and grain on every photo, and like it just like was very constricting. And I feel like now I don't care as much what people think of me in terms of my style.
Just wearing like these oversized shirts, to me, like I like it. I don't just like it because it's on trend, but I like it. I feel good in them. I feel powerful, I feel stylish, I feel pretty, and I like that feeling. But I know that like as a woman, society's conditioned me to like want to show off my body, and I'm like, oh, does my body look undesirable?
Last of all, I wanted to mention that fashion is important. It's a part of your identity. It is for many a way that they can cope with mental health problems. It's a way for you to wake up in the morning and feel like you have a purpose. It also is just how other people see you. It's, you know, it's that one part that on the outside can show how you feel and what you're thinking and what you're inspired by. So as much as people can say that fashion isn't important, it's part of your daily journey.
It also like shapes society in a lot of ways, and it's an art form. So I think that fashion is super important.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope it shared a little light on what you can do to become more sustainable and combat climate change. I hope that for fashion lovers that this is good news for you, and for those of you that may not care as much about fashion, but you do care about sustainability, I hope this is a way that you can talk to people and just a small step in what you can do to start a conversation.